Good afternoon and welcome to Worship Wednesday. My name is Randy Bennett. I am the Director of Worship here at Forest Grove. I've got Pastor Dan DeVries with me today. It is another beautiful day. We got a little bit of rain coming down here, getting ready to green things up for spring. We've just wrapped up our series on John, taking a fresh look at the Gospel according to John. We just had an amazing time of worship together on Easter Sunday, celebrating the resurrection. And now we're getting ready to start a new series. So, Pastor Dan, why don't you tell us a little bit about the new series that we got coming up?
Yeah, so if our question in our John series is, do you believe I am who I say I am, being Jesus asking that question of us, the question for this series really is, do you trust me? So the series we're about to enter into is based off the book called The Land Between by Jeff Manion. Jeff is the pastor at Ada Bible Church, not too far from us. And several years ago, he wrote this book in relationship to some of the stuff going on in his own life. But I think now is just as applicable, if not ever before, with some of the stuff we're going on in our world today. So The Land Between really is the story of the Israelites. We see God's people, they had been in captivity in Egypt for over 400 years as slaves, and now God had freed them through the leadership of Moses, and they were going to move to the promised land, the land that was promised to them, to Abraham. And so they were beginning this journey. It should have been about a 9-day journey you probably could have done if we were in that good a shape, you know?
Right.
Maybe let's give them a little grace because they had children and animals and stuff with them. So let's say 2 weeks tops journey.
Yep.
Instead, it turns into a 40-year journey. They're stuck in this land between Israel and the promised land. And really what we're going to look at throughout this series is the reality that we too are stuck in the land between from time to time in our lives. And some of us feel like we're in it right now with everything going on. It's not how it used to be, and it's not how I think God is designing it to be. And we're just kind of stuck.
Right.
And so this series, we're going to take a look at how do we show up in the land between in a way that honors God and glorifies Him in the midst of it, even if we don't really want to be there.
Yeah. So as a staff, we started reading this book probably a couple months ago now in preparation to do the series. It's a great book. We've really enjoyed reading and talking about it together.
Yeah, and there's copies going to be available too at the Get Rooted desk. We've already gotten rid of about 15 copies, so we've ordered a few more. They'll be there on Sunday. So if you need one, $12 back there, or get them on your own, or you can get them on your Kindle or wherever you can buy books. Also, check out the back counter too. These are just been added back there. This is a reading guide, so you can be reading this book alongside of what we're going to be learning about in the messages. So be sure to take a look at this. And another cool tip, if you go the way back of the book, Randy, there's a whole bunch of questions in the back that go with each section of the book.
Nice.
So when you're sitting down for dinner with your family, you can maybe pull out a couple of those questions and start thinking about what we're talking about and digging in a little bit deeper.
Perfect. So you've got some resources there to pick up the book, check out the reading guide. This week, we'd encourage you to go to Numbers. This tells part of that story. If you go to Numbers chapter 11, you start to read about that story of the Israelites in the wilderness, in that land between. And we'd encourage you to read that Numbers chapter 11 to prepare for Sunday morning. Also, we're going to be introducing a new song. It's a song called Stand in Your Love. If you go online and look it up, it's Josh Baldwin sings it. It's a Bethel song, so you can look it up on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you listen to music. So I'd encourage you to listen to that as you prepare for Sunday. We're always fun to introduce a new song. So we look forward to worshiping together, starting a new series. And of course, as always, if there's anything at all that you need, please feel free to reach out to us as a staff, and we'd be willing to help out in any way that we can. So enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you Sunday morning.
Bye now.